Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have another May reading. Today's May reading is your May love reading, and I'm so happy to be here and tune in for this reading for you guys. Before I hop into the video, I do want to announce that Clyde has launched two more exciting new pieces. First are these Miracle Magnet hoops. They're absolutely stunning. First we have these Miracle Magnet hoops, which are really beautiful. Like I said before, they're the perfect size. Like I just can't explain. Like these are just literally the perfect size. They are 14 karat gold plated. They're super lightweight and super just stunning. You can wear them, you can shower in them, you can work out in them, and they won't tarnish. Additionally, of course, we have our Zodiac necklace that we have been working every single day to keep in stock. It's been selling out, coming back, selling out, coming back. So if it's on the website right now, I suggest you grab it. We have them in every single Zodiac. We just launched the Divine Feminine necklace. This is freshwater pearl with 14 karat plated gold for the chain. It does have like an adjustable thing in the back. This is coming very soon, probably when you're watching this or the day after. This is also 14 karat gold plated, and then it is opal. It's a really beautiful opal crystal in here. This one is called Sweet Love. So as you can see, the collection is just very nurturing and warm, and I feel like just the pieces that we've been launching lately just have such like a nice, like just like warm yet sexy look to them, and just vibe to them, and I'm just so excited to share them. I'm so excited for these staple earrings. Like I've even said myself, I just wanted like the perfect hoop, and I'm so happy that Clyde can bring it to you. Again, I am working on packaging all of your orders myself because I don't want any other hands on them. It brings me so much joy to see all your orders and package them all together. Of course, we still have, you know, Divine Goddess, Starseed earrings, and those. We are sold out of a few other pieces. Like I said, a lot of these pieces are limited edition, so if they're sold out, we don't know when they're gonna come back. So if you like something or you have your eye on something, we suggest you pick it up if you want to make sure you get it. I'm just looking forward to packaging your orders to something exciting to look forward to in the mail. So I'll have this down below. Without further ado, of course, let's hop on into the reading. As always, I suggest you pick the card you feel most intuitively drawn to. If you just look at it and you feel drawn to it, I suggest you go with that one. If you prefer to meditate, pause the video, look at the decks, and then pick a card. That is also amazing. And without further ado, we'll jump on into the video. I'll see you guys outside this video on my daily vlogging channel, Daily Polina, on my website for other resources, guides, and one-on-one work with me. I love you guys. Let's hop on in. Hello group one, let's look at your cards. So the first cards I used were these Romance Angels cards, which are right here from Doreen Virtue, as well as Doreen Virtue's Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, which is a really beautiful deck. We've used this in a lot of readings in the past. These are really just great Oracle cards with advice on what to do. It always is pretty clear to me what the advice is after we open the card for the situation, but these are really beautiful cards for clarity. And of course we're using a tarot deck, and today we're using the Fountain, a really beautiful tarot deck, to see what's actually going on in May for you guys, what's coming for you guys, what's happening right now, what's to come. It is May when you're watching this, so let's take a deeper look. Hi Bubba. So the first card is a wedding. This situation involves marriage. And the second card, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual types or expectations. The Goddess Guidance Oracle deck is Guardian Artemis. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. The first tarot deck is Four of Wands. The second card is Knight of Coins. And the third card is Page of Coins. This is a really good group. I'm sure you guys already know. You guys are doing quite well. So I'll go over a lot of things during this time. So first of all, I mean, just looking at the tarot deck, it's really clear that this month is going to be really great for you and your partner. It seems to me, this is like these are people who are in a relationship. I'm really sensing actually two groups. I'm sensing a lot of you guys are in a relationship already. Honestly, the person that you're in a relationship with is most likely someone that is a long-term partner, and someone, like I said, that you are going to see a wedding with in the it could be obviously near future or far future, but the person you're with, it's this group, for part of the group, is not a fling. The person you're with is actually like a solid partner. It's like a very stable relationship. It's a successful relationship. Like I said, it's just kind of like, you know, like you have your best friends for life, like friends that you're always gonna have for life. This is like your partner that is your true life partner. Mia's trying to hop my hand, so just don't mind that. And then the card is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual types of expectations. So I think that this kind of message is for a different group. So I think for a lot of group of people who if you're still looking for a partner and you pick this deck, I think that the idealized image or the image of who you thought you would be with may not be the exact thing, not in a negative way, in a way that it's like you thought like, oh, this is what I want from someone, this is the kind of person they're gonna be, this is what they're gonna look like this is how I'll spot them. Like let's say you're put in a room and there was 10 men put in front of you and you would pick, let's say you pick 5 who you normally go to. This would be one of the other 5 who maybe you wouldn't normally pick. Just as an example, not particularly, maybe you'd still pick them, but do you get what I'm saying? It's not like the usual kind of person who you go for, the usual personality you go for, maybe who you're normally drawn to, but the person that is your soulmate connection, who with you do have the actual genuine chemistry, is gonna be someone, like I said, who maybe is a little bit outside of the box or outside of what your perspective was. I think, especially, you know, with the way we're brought up in childhood and our perception of the world and the ways that the world kind of we perceive it, we tend to attract what's comfortable to us, what's familiar to us. Past relationships we had, the kind of people that we normally date, the kind of normal people we interact with, normal people that give us attention, etc., etc. So we kind of have this like internal database almost of the kind of people that we go for, the kind of people we attract, and this person is going to be outside of that, because this person is going to be, I don't say better than that, but the person's going to kind of teach you that you deserve better, that like maybe the types of people that you're going for, the people they expected you to be with, that was kind of prior conditioning. That's who you thought you should be with all along. It made sense to be with this person. You thought it should be the person. This looked like the right person. Like it just, you thought this is, you're like, yeah, I'm this kind of person, this kind of person, we're kind of meant to be together. And so in turn, that's kind of the kind of person you went for. But I think the more you realize who you are authentically at the core, and like what you stand for, your values, and like I said, just who you are at the core, you'll begin to attract, beams, careful, you begin to attract a different kind of energy around you, and in turn I think you'll be attracted to a different kind of energy. So if you picked this deck and you are still single, this is what I would look out for. Like not even look out for, but just be open-minded. I mean, the card is keeping open mind, but be open-minded when meeting people. Don't, you know, always jump to conclusions with certain people. When you see someone who you think is this person and you're like, oh, this is the person for me, you know, don't always assume that. And in the same kind of life, you meet someone who maybe isn't your normal type, or is not what you normally be attracted to, maybe not even physically, but just in terms of personality. Just if something in your intuition tells you to give it a chance, you know, be open to giving this kind of person a chance, because that might as well be the person who's going to be a long-term relationship for you. I'm really sensing that. Like I said, I'm really getting the fact that most of you guys are in a committed relationship, and those of you who clicked on it who are not are really close to that point, because again, all these, the decks are kind of represent a timeline, and so every people are in this timeline at different times. Some people are, you have just started dating this person recently, but this is their long-term connection. Some people, like I said, maybe already with this person for a very long time, and then know that that's coming. And some of you guys maybe, you know, close to meeting that person. So you can see how each group represents kind of a timeline. People can be in different parts of it. The guidance oracle deck card is guardian. You and your lovers are safe and spiritually protected. So I think this is also just not to worry. I think a lot of times we worry how situations will unfold, or like, should we say this, or should we do this, or we want to have control. This kind of, I guess for me, is more of a message to relinquish control. I think a lot of us like to have control, like I said, over this thing or how this person treats us, or like, and when we end up realizing that this is someone who we really want to be with, and this is a very serious connection or a serious relationship, we kind of get like scared, because when we know the relationship's not really for us, and we know maybe it's not going to go anywhere, we don't really have a sense of control, because we don't really care, because at a subconscious level we know that that relationship isn't for us, right? So it's kind of like you don't have an attachment to it, because you already almost kind of like, I guess, know that, like, you know, that like this may not be forever. And so like in turn you kind of have like a you have a laissez-faire approach. Yeah, when we start to realize like, wow, this is really someone that I want to be with, kind of a little bit of anxiety may strip, and we may want to control it. And it also could be reversed. Like it could be when you know that something isn't for you, you want to control it because you know it's not for you, so you know it could be taken away from you. And in turn, in a healthy relationship, you know, it's easier for you to be relaxed because you know it's meant to be. You know, it could really look different for different kinds of people, but it's just this card for me really is saying that it's just to release control and worry. I think just to stop overthinking, to stop thinking how is this gonna be, but how is this gonna be, but then how is this gonna be, but how is this gonna be in a year, how's this gonna be in 2 years? Because I think when we start really, you know, knowing something's gonna be long term, we start planning. Sometimes we start overthinking. You know, miracles happen, lots of things shift, beautiful things occur quickly. So why plan for, you know, however long it is? I mean, obviously to a certain extent, you know, from a logical perspective, to a certain extent, yes, you need to plan, but don't get your mind, you know, twisted overthinking overthinking things, because if this is, you know, the divine partner and someone who is going to be with you for life, things will always work out and doors will always open for you guys in the right time and perfectly. So not to worry. In terms of this month, particularly in May, I'm really seeing, also I'm getting a message that if you're already in a relationship, you guys are be doing a lot of like new things. So like maybe maybe you guys have like a normal weekend routine and you guys are gonna start going maybe on more adventures, like maybe go on road trips and things like that, or try new places, or hang out with new groups of friends, or just new experience, like a lot of new. So if you're like a couple, maybe this is the first time you'll, like, I don't know, meet each other's parents, or it's the first time that you'll go to the beach together. There's like a lot of really interesting firsts. Even if you guys have been together for a long time, I think that a lot of firsts are happening this month, and it's kind of exciting. Like, you guys are just doing things differently. Maybe you discovered, you know, things during the quarantine or whatever it may be, or new methods of ways of doing things. But maybe you never, maybe you always cooked dinner, you've never baked together. For example, you start baking together. Maybe you've never, like, you could have been together for 5 years, but you've never made a pizza together. Maybe this is the time you make a pizza together. Just keep an open mind, and in general to your daily routine, understand that this is a really amazing, I mean, May is going to go into Gemini season very soon, as it's a very exciting time. And so in turn, like, doing new things or doing things differently is going to be a benefit to the relationship. You know, couples bond over doing new things together because it's the first time for both. Whenever, you know, two people do something for the first time together, it's often a bonding kind of situation. So I guess also be open to doing things differently. Maybe if you guys have been doing something one certain way, to switch it up and to start doing it differently. So if you've always, you know, gone to the same restaurant, start going to a different restaurant. If you have the same kind of routine, maybe switch it up a little bit. If you've always woken up early, maybe sleep in a little bit. Maybe you've always sleep in, wake up a little earlier and go on an adventure, you know, go outside, go on a road trip near you, go just do things. Just kind of have this card in mind throughout the month, and so whenever you're in a situation where you want to do things the same way, do it a different way, or do it a new way. Or if you get an idea to go do something exciting, share that idea. Or if they have an idea to go do something exciting, go with it. Or like, just go with the flow a little bit more, and trust that, like, the ideas that both of you guys are having are leading you to experiences to have a better and closer relationship. In terms of the specific month, a lot of celebration. I mean, 4 of Wands. You guys are feeling real. This is a really good month for you as a couple, or if you are meeting the person, or, you know, are still dating them. Like I said, I'm getting a strong feeling that a lot of people are already in a couple. It's gonna be a really good month. I mean, 4 of Wands, a very stable energy. You guys are gonna feel very like cohesive. Like, you know how couples have times where they feel really close and like super lovey-dovey. Maybe times where, you know, things are a little bit more turbulent. This is a really smooth month. You got you feel very spiritually connected. Wands represent spirituality. Also, it's a celebration card. For a lot of you guys who are watching, maybe your birthday this month, I'm sensing, or maybe it's your partner's birthday, or a birthday in the family, like their brother, sister. I'm really sensing a birthday, thinking about a birthday. Hey, this month. Just a lot of celebration. I think also because obviously quarantine's gonna end, I'm assuming, this month, and so I feel like a lot of you guys are gonna be out and about. I just see like a lot of like laughter, a lot of you guys like out and about, even in groups of people, laughing, talking, bonding, socializing, just really just like being out and adventure, like the opposite of hermit card energy. So if like you're normally kind of home and hermit energy, I'm really seeing this month you're kind of like road trips and adventures and celebration and talking in groups and witty. And although it's kind of like, I also want to say, so like when you're in hermit mode with a partner, you feel really close to them because you feel really safe, right? Like you're in the house, that person's in the house, you just, all your worries are kind of eased. Like you don't have any worries about, you know, where they are, what they're doing. Not that you would normally have those worries, but like when the person's right next to you, you feel safe, right? Even like when your dog, like for example, when you're home, your dog feels safe. Or when you're with your parents just feel safer that you're right there. It's the same feeling. And so when someone's right with you, oftentimes we have a comfort, you know, when they're right there with us. Yeah, you guys have such a close relationship that I'm sensing that you're gonna have this comfort even outside of that. So even when you guys are out and about and interacting with people and interacting with things and socializing and laughing and being groups of people and just like and navigating the world in a more outward way and a more expressive way, you guys are still gonna have that connection. So it's like the same connection you have when you're just you two in the house. This month you guys are gonna be doing a lot of, I just see travel, adventure, just excitement, like a lot of groups of people talking, like I don't even say, but like I even see like wine and just being out maybe at a bar or lounge, just lots of groups of people, and you guys still have that connection. It's really beautiful. Also, this person's gonna be very generous this month. Yeah, this Knight of Coins. So also, if your partner has been dealing with some work stuff, they're gonna hear really good news for work this month. Maybe if they've been applying for jobs, they're gonna get the job. If they are applying for even a promotion, they may get a surprise promotion. They may close certain deals. Like they're having a really good month financially. Things are really clicking together for them, and that's allowing them to be more generous to you and feel and you just want to give more. The partner that you guys are with is a really giving person. It's just a real, like I said, it's a really good person you're with, and they're just really going to be giving. And so this month they're going to feel really prosperous and successful, and in turn they're going to be really generous to you, very giving to you, very supportive to you, very loyal to you in every possible way. And then the outcome card, Page of Coins. You guys are just gonna feel very playful this month. I'm really hearing playful, like witty banter, just like in a really happy mood. You're also feeling like things are taking off for you. This is the Page of Coins. That's just the beginning. You feel like you're maybe I'm hearing for you guys as an individual, this will be a different reading, but you're starting a new job or a new project or a side hustle, or you're starting something new or starting to do something a new way, and it's just beginning to gain momentum. So let's say you just started a business, like you're just starting to see the first kind of things rolling, or you started a new project, you signed a new contract. It's just the beginning of the contract. You booked a new like deal opportunity. It's just the beginning of the thing. Whatever you're starting, it's starting to pick back up again. Or if you're starting to go back into work again, like into an office, you know, you're starting to build that momentum again. It's the beginning of something that brings financial prosperity and success. Like you're whether it's like you're an entrepreneur and it's your business or a side hustle, like I said, or you're just going back into work, you're rebuilding that financial momentum and it's starting, and you're really seeing it bloom. That's why you're in a very happy-go-lucky mood. It's just like, yeah, it's like you planted the seeds and you're starting to see the sprouts, and your financial kind of more, yeah, in your career department of like finances and I guess success, so to say, maybe success in the correct word, but just in, I would say in your career and finances, and it's very exciting. And in turn, that only gives you, you know, the stability to be playful and fun, because for a lot of you guys, I'm also sensing a lot of Capricorn energy here if you're a Capricorn watching. For you guys, it's important to feel kind of stable even within yourself before you feel like you can be playful. You feel like it's hard for you to be playful until like you feel good and grounded. And this month, not only will you be feeling good and grounded because your things will be taking off, but you'll have the support. Not only will you have, like I said, you have your internal support and your internal success that's allowing you to feel kind of relieved. Like you feel like a weight is off your shoulders and things are moving along in a positive way. So you just feel happy-go-lucky and playful. Someone who's very giving and supportive of you. And in turn, you feel very stable in your spirituality and very stable emotionally. This is a really good month for you guys. Like I said, I am sensing most of you guys are in a relationship. And if you are not, the next person you're going to meet is going to be this person. And this is going to be your timeline for the next person. But for you guys, a really strong message is it's going to be something a little unexpected. Whether the way it turns out is going to be unexpected, the way it kind of arranges itself, or it's someone that maybe at first you don't really see things happening with, but it turns out that, you know, that ends up being the person. Because oftentimes at the beginning, what we're attracted to is basically what, like I said, we're familiar with, and what we're familiar with may not be healthy. So I think that as you kind of work and grow on yourself and, you know, become more authentic and express yourself more authentically, then you'll attract people who you're authentically attracted to and who you're not attracted to because of childhood patterns or past relationship patterns. And just look out for the next person. Just keep an open mind for them. Keep an open mind. Just hearing that really strong. Obviously, it's the message of the card. And if you're in a relationship, keep an open mind to new and fun, exciting ways, and just think of ways to reinvent the wheel. I guess not reinvent the wheel, but just reinvent little things, like reinvent your routines, reinvent the way you do things, how you eat, where you eat, just how you try. Just make it kind of like a fun game. Of everything you do, try to do it a different way, or try to do it a way that brings you more fun. Yeah, try to do it more joy, but try to do everything in a more fun way. So when you're gonna go the grocery store, maybe you can play a certain stop, maybe you can take a different route and stop somewhere, maybe you can grab an ice cream and walk around after. Like, try to bring more fun into your lives and more fun into your daily routine. And really hearing that'll really improve your relationship and allow it to be successful and blossom and be even more fruitful than imagined. So thank you so much, group 1. Hi, group 2. Let's look at your cards. Today I used the Romance Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Next I used the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. For you guys, 2 cards fell out. Normally I do one of these, but these 2 fell out together, so I figured that was a strong message for you guys. I need to pull those together and we can take a look at them. And then I used a tarot deck. Of course, this is the Fountain Tarot. This is a really, really beautiful deck. I really love the illustrations on here. It's a beautiful energy as well. So let's just get into your reading. So the first card is the Romance Angels cards, and this is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. The second card is finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. The first Guidance Oracle card is peace. There is no need to worry and everything is working out beautifully. And the second card is bossed, independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Tarot cards, the first card is 5 of Wands. The second card is the Star. The third card is Knight of Cups. Okay, so I'm reading for 1,000 people, so I'm getting a lot of messages. So one group I'm really strongly hearing is that there's a strong clinging on to something. A really strong message is that for you guys for things to work out, you first have to be at peace with being independent. And like peace will come from being independent. When you learn that you can be independent, do things on your own, you'll get a sense of peace. Because right now I feel like a lot of you guys just don't believe in yourselves. And from a sense, when you don't believe in yourself, it's really hard to be confident in anything. It's hard to be confident in your career. It's hard to be confident in your relationship. So I think because a lot of you guys are just feeling a little bit doubtful or a little bit insecure. Maybe you've always had a comfort blanket. You've always had someone there for you. Maybe you had a long relationship where you always were just used to someone. Maybe that's ended, and so it's really weird for you to be on your own. Maybe you had a best friend who you're always close to, but maybe she's busy now. Like, I know it is, like you guys are really, you had something always to rely on, and you never developed independence, and that's why you never really had inner peace. So you would, you know, find that through other things, I'm seeing. And now it's kind of the time for you guys to realize that the only way you will not only have internal peace, which is what you really ultimately yearn for, when someone is codependent or clinging on to someone, the reason they do that, which is there's nothing to shame there, and they reach for that so that person can give them that love, you know, and kind of validation or acceptance and encouragement in that moment, that closest, and that gives them inner peace. So whenever we seek something outside of ourselves, oftentimes it's either for peace or for happiness, right? And even for happiness, we think at the end of the day, when that emotion settles down, it'll give us peace or security. Yet, you know, this is a really beautiful time right now. What's happening is you need to realize that this peace can only come from you being independent. I think when you are feeling these feelings of always having to rely on something else, then allow you to, right now you may be feeling a little bit insecure is what I'm seeing, and it's really affecting, not really affecting, but it's affecting your finances and your career. It's also affecting your, I guess, your discernment in people. Like, it's really hard for you to go after the people, kind of quality people who you know are for you. It's almost easier for you to repeat patterns of kind of clinging on to or jumping onto people who you know don't serve you. I think there's like a lot, I don't know, I'm also sensing for all people there might have been a fight with someone in their love life. The 5 of Wands is coming up, so a lot of bickering. And if something, so like I'm sensing 2 things. I think for some people who were in a relationship or are in a relationship, there's a lot of fighting going on, and the fighting that's going on is stemming from your insecurity. Obviously they can be doing things as well, but I'm reading for your energy, right? So like for me to know what's going on with the other person, I have to read for their energy, but I'm reading for you guys, you know, who are watching, so I'm picking up on your energy. And I think that a lot of the conflict that you're having is, like I said, stirring from this insecurity. You're yearning for this inner peace, but you're yearning to receive this inner peace from someone else's validation. When this inner peace can only come from you, you know, realizing how strong and powerful you are. You have everything you need within you. And I know it's really hard to believe, and you know, sometimes it's harder to go through the journey to access that. But as we peel back layers and we realize that everything we ever wanted, all the joy and happiness and fulfillment that we ever wanted is truly within us, then this inner peace comes, and then we attract partners who are, you know, divine and who are part of the plan, who really, you know, like who's really meant for us, right? And right now, because of this lack of confidence, like I said, I think it's really hard for you guys to focus on work. I think also this is representing inner conflict again as well. So this could be not just only actual conflict with like arguments with the person, if you're with the person. So if you're, okay, I'm going to divide into groups. If you're with the person and there's a lot of conflict right now, I'm really sensing it stemming from your lack of confidence in the relationship. And it may be right. Maybe you are feeling the feelings because there is something going on, right? I'm reading for 10 people, so it's hard for me to jump to the exact thing. But at the same time, it's like what you only can control is yourself. And so it's important for you to get to a place where you feel confident within yourself, that, you know, you stand your ground, you stand up for what you believe in, and then you live peacefully and trust that if something needs to be uncovered, it'll be uncovered. And if, you know what I mean, and you will move past that. And if and you're independent enough where if something's not for you, you move along. And if it is for you, then it will stay, and it won't, you know what I mean? Like, if something's for you, it'll always work. It'll yes, everyone has conflict in relationship, and everyone has, you know, disagreements, arguments like that, but ultimately, like, it stays. If something's consistent, if this is consistently happening in a relationship over and over and over and over, and for not just a time, but like it's a pattern and a pattern, either you need to sit down and work through where is this stemming from, like where are these arguments stemming from, and address it and work through it, or see if, I mean, it's so situational, but or see if there's a greater issue at hand, right? Depends on the relationship. Because like I said, I'm reading for so many people. Like I said, and for a lot of you, so that there's a group, I think, who, like I said, I think there's a group of you guys who are in a relationship and are having a lot of conflict because of insecurities, and then that's making you react. So even if you're having a conversation about something else, and you feel somehow threatened, like somehow you feel like something triggered your insecurity, then you're ready to fight. You're ready to fight, want something kind of triggers you, and it's just like, I really suggest you listen to my latest podcast on spiritual awakening and healing. I really literally walk through situations of what to do when something triggers you and how to heal through that. Like, it's a really good podcast. But whenever something's being brought up in you, even if it's the other person's fault at times, it's showing you where something is unhealed, right? When something's triggering you, it's just giving you an opportunity to heal. So instead of getting upset and kind of starting to fight right away, just think of it, you know, obviously you're going to get upset, it's a human emotion, but start to think of like, okay, this was revealed to me, this is another layer I can heal. It's kind of like when you think you're perfect and someone's like, oh, you could do this better, and then you improve and like, oh, you could do this better. Not like a critical way, but just like in a way of growth. It's like someone's showing you every area you can grow in yourself with, right? If it is a healthy, if you can always view it that way for a relationship. Obviously, you know, use judgment. So I'm seeing that in a group where like it's insecurities being brought up. So either way, like if it is a healthy relationship and it is you and you work on your issues and it does work out, it will be beautiful. And maybe if it isn't a destined relationship or whatever it may be, but you still work yourself and you heal, you're one step closer to getting that person, right? So if you're in this relationship and you're maybe unsure of it, just know that like when these triggers are brought up, either way, either you heal them now and it helps your relationship in the moment, or you still heal them now and it allows you to be one step closer to, you know, to attracting that person. So if that relationship does or doesn't work out, you know, depending on however that is, regardless, you are more closer to being healed and you've transmuted and integrated more than if you weren't to work on those issues. So don't be like, oh, I don't know if I should heal or integrate this because I don't know if this is me, this is the other person. I mean, yeah, to a certain extent, use discernment to make sure it's not like you're blaming everything on yourself and then just like, and then, you know, and then just kind of like making yourself suffer. But at the same time, just realize that like the work that you do on yourself can never be taken away, right? Like the inner healing that you do on yourself is yours to keep. So focus on that. I think a lot of you guys are attracted to someone, but also feeling like maybe you're not good enough or you're insecure to really go forward or really to show initiation. It's a sign, I would say, to show interest. Obviously don't be, I would say, aggressive, but show interest or go put yourself in those situations maybe where you feel like you don't have enough confidence to talk to that person or do that thing. I really suggest that. And I'm also seeing that what was the message? I was had it. Yes, like it's like you're feeling like not as confident, just to realize that you know, like to just still kind of put yourself out there. Like I said, don't be aggressive, but just to, you know, put yourself in situations where maybe like I'm just hearing like insecurities, like whatever. It's hard for me to pinpoint the exact situation, but whatever you're feeling insecure about, to realize that it's, you know, to move past that and still put yourself out in those situations, as well as to work on those insecurities. I think a really big lesson just for this group in general is to work on healing inner wounds, like from past relationship or whatever it may be, because I'm really just seeing that you guys are having a lot of triggers and that are stemming from insecurities. I also think a lot of you guys had plans of something working out a specific way, and like you're feeling like if it's not working out exactly as you wanted it due to maybe like whether that's just things in your career or things romantically because of all of the bickering. I think you guys are getting upset that things aren't going according to plan, and you need to trust that they are going according to plan. They're just not going according to your plan, and there's a divine plan. The more you tap into yourself authentically, you'll begin to recognize that. The more you just tune into yourself, do deep breathing, whatever gets you in a meditative state. It doesn't need to be meditation in general. I mean, I always advise meditation, and I have great ones on my website if you're always interested, and there's tons on YouTube as well. Like again, who you ever resonate with. If you resonate with me, then, you know, check mine out. If you resonate with someone else, then do that. But just trust, the more you get tuned in with yourself, the more you'll recognize that everything is going according to plan, and the more you can kind of get in sync, I guess, with the flow of the universe and watch things align. It'll give you that hope and that faith ultimately that things are working out. And I just am really seeing that the person, I think also the person that you're with right now, either I think maybe because of all the, if for the group that this is a lot of fighting going on, I think it's really weighing on the person. You guys aren't realizing it. I think that you may be thinking that that person doesn't care, whatever it may be, and when you yell or fight at them, that doesn't really do anything. But the person is really, I'm getting quite emotionally affected actually, and there are a lot of emotions that are coming up for them. So just to be gentle, right? Be gentle to yourself, be gentle to others. And I also am hearing that the person you're with is very nurturing for some people, for a small group. And also to, yeah, that whoever you're with right now is just in an emotional space. So like, I don't know, so maybe if you feel like they're not, according to plan, they're not acting how you want them to act, or doing things how you want them to do, or saying things how you want them to say, or they're not being with this, and this for you, to realize that I'm just really getting a codependent energy that like you guys are really relying on someone else for your outside happiness and for them to make your plan, you know, be fruitful. And right now this person is going through a lot. Right now this person is going, you know, through processing their own emotions, just to trust that this is a time for you. The best thing you could do for this group right now is to work on yourself, to work on self-love, self-confidence. As you do that, your relationships will, your confidence will improve, and turn your career and finances will improve, and turn your confidence will improve, and just in who you are as a person. You're not gonna be bickering as much or fighting for attention or fighting for just like this maybe unnecessary validation consistently. You'll find it from within, and in turn, when you find this independence, you'll have inner peace, and so you won't seek this other person to give it to you. And as you allow that, and you allow them also space, your relationship will really improve. And then you'll, you know, as you gain that inner peace, you become more connected to the divine kind of plan and the divine flow, and you feel much better. I'm just really hearing for you guys, the solution really is to work on self-love, self-confidence, just to really work on self and to heal all the things that are being brought up to you through triggers, because it's like all these issues that are stemming from it are coming from one main issue, is that you're not at peace with being you're just being independent. And that's why all these other things are happening. It's like right all around it. The second you can get a peace with being with yourself and being who you are, everything else will just improve tenfold. Honestly, it'll be like a ripple effect. And so for you guys, I'm just really seeing strongly that it's important to work on yourself and heal those triggers and heal those wounds, and things will really go up and up from there. So there you go. And I'm just also getting a message that for some group, I think you guys are like worried if the person does or doesn't love you. And this is for a small group of people, but if you need this message, like, and you're asking for reassurance from somewhere, they do love you. All right, group 3, let's look at your cards. So today I use 2 of the Romance Angels Oracle decks from Doreen Virtue, as well as a Goddess Guidance Oracle card from Doreen Virtue, and of course Tarot to see what's going on this month. I used the Fountain Tarot this month for this May love reading. This is a really beautiful deck, really beautiful illustrations, and a wonderful, again, just beautiful energy to them. So let's take a look at your cards. So the first Romance Angels card, Oracle card, is Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. The second card is Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Ooh. You guys are feeling yourself. The Oracle card is Unag. Easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Okay, I'm already getting a really strong message for you guys. The first card is Ten of Swords. Oh my gosh, I am literally getting like such a strong message. 2 Nine of Coins. And the last card is Six of Swords. I'm just gonna lay it to you straight because I already have the message, okay? Basically, right in the beginning of the month, you guys are coming out of something a little bit painful. I don't know if this is a past situationship or relationship or whatever it is, but something was painful and something weighed you down. A lot of heavy thoughts. This card was in, I think, one of the readings in a group for just the May general pick a card reading. So if you picked this in the general May pick a card reading, you probably picked this group again, maybe you didn't. But like I said, you're just feeling like a lot of heaviness in your thoughts. Like you're overthinking things, you're replaying the past. I'm just telling you right now, stop. This is right now, this video is this message to you that it is time to turn the page. You can turn the page right now. You can decide in this moment that it is time to turn the page. You've been in this for a long time, and you're trying to find solution. You're trying to seek validation. You're just trying to find all these answers that you kind of get back to this place, and it's like a spiral. The second you put one knife in you, before you know it, you put 10. Swords represents thoughts. This is all mental. Nothing is really happening outside of you that is that dangerous or that's harming you or that's, you know what I mean, like it's so much of it is in your head, right? Because what's in your mind is how you perceive the world. If you're perceiving as everything being like this, and when you look outside, this is what you'll see. This right now, I'm just telling you, in this moment, as you're watching this video, this is the time that we're done with this, okay? We're moving forward. I know it's maybe easier said than done, but what you're gonna do, this is the month to focus on career and finances. This is the month to cultivate abundance. Abundance in whatever that looks like to you. 9 of Coins. This is the month. You are very supported in this time to create financial prosperity and abundance, so do it. It starts off this early month with Taurus energy, and then we end in Gemini energy. This is the time when I'm telling you right now to work on your career. Whatever you're doing, take strides that there's no time to be sad when you're working. That's what I'm just really hearing. I'm hearing that for a lot of you guys, like at the beginning of this month you're in this like sadness energy. By the end of this month you have the potential to be in this very flirty, very confident, sexy energy, as we'll talk about. And then the key to that, like I'm telling you, the key to getting to that place by the end of this month and feeling like that throughout this month, or to like kind of move towards that process, or move through that process, or move with the process, is to focus on career. So I don't know what you need to do, but every day, whatever you're doing, you need to move forward in your career. So whatever, if you're creating, create more. Be busy, but be busy not just to be busy, but be busy actually working towards your goals, right? There's a difference between stocking your calendar up with things just to stay busy, not to think about something, instead of being busy working on things that are actually benefiting you and your financial prosperity and abundance. So this month, focus on work. I don't feel like I need to explain that. At the end of this month, you'll be sailing in a new direction. Like, that's what it's just like you were going, like you were in this kind of space. Then you ended up focusing on this, and before you know it, you made like a pivot. Like you're going like this, and this. Then you really start directing your energy, you know, towards your financial prosperity and abundance, and in turn, you pivoted. So you were like, basically by the end of this month you'll be going in a different direction. It's like, I guess it's the best way to explain it. Your life felt like it was going like this in one direction, and it feels like that just like stopped, and now you're going in a completely different direction. Does that make sense? Like you're leaving the past behind. By the end of the month, you'll be leaving the past behind. You'll be going in a new direction. Like I feel like this year up until now, it's felt like you were kind of swimming in one direction, and now you're done with that. You're done with that situation, and you created a new positive momentum, and you're going in a new direction. And it's because of this. You're going in a really good direction in your life. I'm telling you, it's like a 180. It's like it's turning around like 180. Like you were going like this, and this, and you start focusing on yourself consistently, your finances, your career, your prosperity, and your financial abundance and success, and you make a 180. You pivot towards a positive direction, and this is the key right here. This middle card is the key. Also, this is going to be the final card, but this is the month to reestablish that sense of confidence and sense of self. I think it's, for a lot of you guys, really important right now to put yourself out there. For this group, I'm saying this is more of the singles group, or either you guys are single, or a lot of you guys just got out of a relationship, or just had a situation or something that was not healthy and kind of left you not feeling the best. You need to gain your sense of confidence back. This is the time to be out, to be socializing, to be getting glam, to be getting dressed up, to be getting excited about yourself, reminding yourself how amazing you are, and get your nails and get your hair done, whatever you need to do. Like, this is the time to regain, just really hearing for you guys to regain sense of self. This is very, very important. So feeling hot again, feeling confident, whatever that takes to you. If you maybe create a new gym routine that you do, and you're starting eating healthy, and you start working on your skincare, doing your hair and makeup certain way, or getting outfits, or shifting, either, I don't know, maybe you're ordering new outfits. I don't know. I never really like encourage things like that unless I really feel like it'll help. Maybe you're ordering new outfits to be excited about, or you're redecorating, or you're just like revamping your image, or you're changing your style, or just getting a few new pieces to kind of revamp who you are and putting yourself out there. For you guys, I feel like it'd be really good to be out going on dates, because you need to, I think it's really important to kind of get your kind of confidence and sense of self back. I feel like you guys, for this group, I'm just sensing that you guys lost that recently, like I said, and so it's really important for you guys to gain that sense of self and remember really who you are at the core. I just think a lot of you guys just felt like very enmeshed and aren't in your own energy, and it's really important to get back to who you are at the core. So to kind of get out there and, you know, and to just be confident and positive and just be flirty, just to express yourself. I think right now it's really important to find your authentic way of expressing yourself, because I think you were trying to please others before, or please someone else, and this is just a time to just find what's true to you. Like, find what's at your core, find what's funny to you, find the way that you like to interact with people. And I'm just really sensing like this, just be charismatic this month. Like, just be yourself, put yourself out there, just kind of like take a risk, like go on dates or going around people, not for even the sake of it being anything, just not in like a malicious way, but like not being like, oh, I'm gonna go do X, Y, and Z. Some people, that's like, for group one, for them it's the time right now where they're gonna find that person, you know. But for this group, I'm just sensing that right now is kind of a moment of almost like healing a bit, but in turn just time of regaining a sense of self. So I think just going on dates, just to chat, just interact with others, just to share your energy with someone else and experience someone else's energy and learn something new, and just to talk, just for the sake of, you know, sitting there laughing and talking and having a good time. You guys need to have those good times right now, just to kind of, like I said, you guys need to regain that sense of self. And I feel like as you interact with others, as you laugh and have joy, you just get that confidence back and that charisma back. Things will really be magnetic and powerful for you. And I think by the end of the month there even could be something possible there. It depends. I'm reading for a lot of people, but I'm sensing for something could be possible there. Yeah. And also to keep in mind this month that this is Easy Does It card. Everything is working out like it needs to. I know right now for you guys, life may seem a little bit chaotic, like every day is different and you sometimes don't even know what to expect. Everything's happening so quickly. When in doubt, relax. Just take it easy. Literally, just take it easy. You need to trust that what's meant to be will be. You know what I mean? And right now, what's important for you guys is to get back to yourself. Because when you get back to yourself, you feel better. You feel recharged. You feel energetic. You feel powerful. When you're in your own energy, your aura just lights up, and you'll be able to make more clear-minded decisions. When you're making decisions from feeling insecure or from a place of lack, you're not making the best decisions. When you're making decisions from a place of security and inner peace, you're making decisions that serve you better, because you're not coming from a fear mentality. You're coming from a love mentality. And a big message I'm going to hear for you this month is to remind yourself of what you deserve, to really love yourself. I know it's just such a cliche phrase, but just to really, this is the month to really love yourself and care about you. For you guys, just this month, it's important to love yourself and remind yourself that you deserve to feel happy, you deserve to feel successful, you deserve to feel confident and attractive and sexy, and like that is something that you deserve. Obviously, like, do the right thing, don't violate relationships, don't be, whatever, like all in goodwill and with, in a wholesome, like all in the correct way, you know what I'm saying? But remind yourself that you deserve to be that, and that at heart, when you activate the inner goddess at heart, you feel so much better. And for you guys, I think it's just time to activate that, just feeling like through dance, through music, through laughter, just to get that like, bring the inner child back out. Bring that like confident, like sexy, fun, excited. Sexy is not the correct word, but just like that fun, excited, joyful, what word am I hearing? Exuberant person back out. That's really important for you guys, and that'll be good. Like I said, you have the potential to 180. You have the key. Move, make that 180. Lots of fun stuff. You guys are just lots of fun stuff, And when in doubt, just trust. The most important thing right now is to regain sense of self. That's for another group as well. And yeah, just awaken the inner goddess and awaken the confidence that lies within, so you can make the correct decisions moving forward. And the more aligned you are, more confident you are in yourself, the more you shift to higher timelines where things work out better for you in a more prosperous way. Trust that. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Group 3, for tuning in.